from the coach.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. That'll be caught by Rodgers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 29 yard.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there's should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Hey, Haywood. 50, plant.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? Locked now on 3rd and goal. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Carry here for Johnson. Final lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Johnson on a counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now Trubisky lost the football. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers! As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now the pistol, here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Hey, Charlie.
Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the gun, it's locked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, Could be in for a long ball. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On third down, Johnson. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. It's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5 now. Trubisky, throw complete there. Rodgers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gay's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Lock now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Lock. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Into the red zone. It's Lock. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From 13 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Stay with your man.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Johnson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trubisky will throw, and that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Screen play, Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Block again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Locke now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a
rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw. The open man here, Renfro. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, Trubisky. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. So we've come to halftime after 8. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Locke looks to throw it again. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give them...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by
the time we have to leave the booth.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Locke to throw. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke.